For number 56, this is a very common type of question on the ACT, and you will get better and better at recognizing it and recognizing which formula you need to use. Because there are essentially two diagonals formulas that you could use, and it's not always apparent that you need a diagonals formula. So the best way to expose yourself to the different scenarios that require the same diagonals formula, we've given you a few practice problems for you to do when you're done with this question. So the only formula you need to find is your diagonals formula, which it's giving you the sides, which usually it'll give you a shape like the pentagon, the horribly drawn pentagon I have on the screen here. So if they give you a shape and they ask you how many distinct diagonals are there, it's just n times n minus 3 divided by 2. So you just take n being the number of sides times n minus 3. So the number of sides minus 3 divided by 2. So in the pentagon scenario, we take 5 times 2, which is 10, divided by 2, which is 5. So there are 5 diagonals in this scenario. And now we have our answer, and it's done. So in the scenario with 56, this is when they give you points instead of sides. And it might not be immediately apparent that you're going to use the diagonals formula, but you'll see again and again that these questions are very similar. So that's why we recommend you do those more practice problems after this. But yeah, so it'll say 10 points in a plane. No 3 points are collinear. These 10 points taken 2 at a time determine how many distinct lines. The distinct lines are just diagonals. It's just saying if you go from this point to each of the other points and you don't repeat any of those points, how many total points are you going to get when you do that for each of the different points? And all that you do for this is just a very simple formula. You just take n times n minus 1 divided by 2, which is just the number of points. So we would just do 10 times 9 divided by 2. So it's going to be 90 divided by 2, which is 45 for this answer. So very simple, very quick question. The hard part is recognizing that you need the diagonals formula to be able to do it. And one last time, recommend that you do these extra practice problems to expose you to some different scenarios where you're going to use those diagonals formulas. Hope this helps.